Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarah van Greenen, aka Mr. VG, and I'm so glad we are at this point where we can start exam practice. And this exam practice, ladies and gents, is video 1 of 3 in exam practice. This video is just tackling a simple, relatively straightforward exam type question. But I picked it because it kind of mixes a lot of different principles that I want you to be aware of. So the first thing that I want us to do is just look at this information. Boosie opens a new credit card account that charges compound interest at 12.3% per annum compounded weekly. And then it's a nice little cutout, and it says, note, for the calculations in this question, assume that the relevant years have 52 weeks each, and she purchased a computer for an amount of 12,349 Rand immediately after activating her credit card. Before I go to the questions, let's just pick out the important things that we are going to need for the rest of the questions. First of all, we've got our interest rate. 12.3% divided by 52, so that is per week. Secondly, we've got our p-value. That's how much you are going to loan basically from the bank. When we look at this, question A then asks, show that the balance outstanding on the credit card 1 week after the purchase will be 12,378 Rand and 21 cents. You go for it. Try it and then look at the rest of the video. If I look at this, they're just asking me that 12,349 Rand. If I increase it by 1 week, then will it be worth 12,378 Rand 21 cents? Well, let's have a look. First of all, it's a once-off loan. We're not talking about repaying it yet. So therefore, it is a once-off. And it is compounded because they said compounded weekly. Therefore, I'm going to use my normal compound formula. Look at my decision tree. Very, very important. If you don't know what a decision tree is, please relook that video. So when we look at this specific rest of this sum, I'm simply going to substitute in. And I get the answer that they're exactly looking for, 12,378 Rand and 21 cents. As easy, as simple as that. Now let's look at the B question. The B question says, determine how long it will take Boosie. So N is the question mark. To pay off the money that she owes on her credit card if she repays 94.75 Rand per week. So this means we've got an annuity. And because we already want the money at the beginning, the payout is at the beginning, it's at the start, so I'm going to use the present value formula. So I'm going to substitute into my present value formula, and I'm going to try and calculate N. Now, if you didn't get this far in your own attempt, please go and do the rest of the sum and calculate N. I'm going to just step by step, as we've done in the previous videos, isolate my bracket with a power of negative n with that exponent. So I'm going to times by the 12.3% over 52 and divide by the 94.75. Then I'm going to transpose my answers. I'm going to swap them around. Remember, I'm taking that one that side, moving that one over to there. Then I'm going to sit with negative n as log of that base. So I rewrote this now in log form, and my answer for log or for n is 156.01. Now, I may be skipping a step or two, but I'm asking you, try it yourself. Make sure that you get to those answers. Make sure that you see where those answers come from and you get that specific value for n. Now, next up, I'm going to look at question C. Question C says, if the depreciation rate of a computer is 20% per annum on a straight line basis, determine what its value will be after 2 years. So depreciation means I'm looking at once off, and because it is a straight line basis, I'm going to look specifically at that formula. So I'm going to substitute in as simple and as easy as that. Therefore, 7,409 Rand and 40 cents is what this computer is worth after 2 years. Our last question, question D, is where life becomes a little bit more interesting. She wants to sell the computers after 2 years. Will the depreciated value of the computer be sufficient to pay off the outstanding balance immediately after the 104th payment? So we're looking for the outstanding balance. So we have to calculate that. Now I'm going to again use the accumulated value minus the future value of the payments. Why is that? Remember, your total number of payments for n is 156,01. That 01 just puts me off using the present value. If you feel like you want to use it and go with the present value is with n of 156,01 minus 104, that's 2 years, and you use that, you can use it, but I'm not a fan because of that 0.01. So let's have a look at doing it my way. So I'm going to take my actual value for the loan, accumulate it for 104 weeks, do the same with my present value for my payments, and that will lead me towards a balance outstanding of 4,631 Rand and 57 cents. So let's just analyze. I say yes because I can sell that computer for 7,409 Rand. But I only owe 4,631 Rand. So yes, I actually have about 2,000 Rand, 2,700 Rand extra that I can go and buy whatever I want to with that. Can maybe buy a few packets of sweets with that. Ladies and gents, this is Sarah van Grenen, aka Mr. VG. Please sign in for our next video as well. That's going to tackle a bit more of a complicated sum than this one. So, have a beautiful, wonderful evening. Keep well. Do enjoy yourself, but look after yourself. Cheers.